And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talesian. There you are, and here I am. And today is Fantasy Friday. So we're going to be playing Lord of the Rings Online, and we're on the Peregrin Server right now. Now, they just opened up housing on Peregrin. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start by picking out my house. I was going to go for the Falathorn household. Or Falathorn Homestead, since I am an elf after all. And there we go. Let's go ahead and get in the game here, and let's see about picking out a house. We'll start with picking out a house. I think that's a good place to start. So, I'd like to welcome everybody again to the stream. I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, all at 4 p.m. Pacific. Currently, the main games that I stream are Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm looking to branch out a little bit into some Path of Exile and possibly some Diablo. So please, like, subscribe, sign up, join me, please. Welcome to have you along. Oh, and Hobnanigans is here. Visit the Hobnanigans fields and attempt to put a chicken through a goal by hitting it with a stick. Ah, yes, just what I always wanted to do. Hit a chicken through a goal post with a stick. I tell you, that just sounds like so much fun. But first thing I always like to do whenever I log in is every day is a Hobbit's birthday. But we are the one who gets the presents. And I'm not only entitled to a silver present, but a gold one as well. So let's see what I get. Move this up a little bit here. There we go. So for my silver present, I got a minor poster morale. And for the gold present, 2 more greater potions of morale. Not bad. And about 250 virtue XP, which is always very important. Let me go ahead and make sure I've got my virtues chosen correctly. Yeah, I do. Okay, and which one am I working on right now? I'm working on, well, wit is almost full. So let's see. Rank 4, rank 7, rank 2, rank 7. I don't think those are the virtues that I want, though. Let me pull up my character sheet real quick. Let's see, I want fidelity. Fidelity, compassion, wit, valor, and confidence. Let's see. Wit. Okay, we'll go ahead and earn valor so I can get it onto the board here. Let's see if that's enough. See if that 250 is enough to get me level 1 valor. Not quite, so we're still working on it. We'll go ahead and move charity up there though, because it is an active one and it's still a defensive one. So we'll go ahead and move it up there for now. And I really don't need those potions. And we'll move this down there. Okay. So, let me see, what was I going to do? Yes, oh, housing. That's right, I was going to do housing. Let me check something here real quick. All right. Now, Falathorn housing, that is the elven housing. So that is located near Gondomar. So I will go ahead and return to Gondomar, and then we'll go from there. There we go. Excuse me.
At your service and your families.
And I need to go to Duliadund to pick up Falathorn housing, because it's right outside of Duliadund. So we'll head to Duliadund first. Is it Duliadund or Duliand? Duliand, I do believe. I'll get it right eventually. I don't know. So I hope everyone is, again, doing well today. We'll go ahead and secure my housing, and then we'll go ahead and then we'll continue on with the quest, because we've got some quests for right now. We're up to Book 1, Chapter 10 of the main storyline quest, and I've got some other ones that are along the way there. And since Book 1, Chapter 10 takes place in the Barrow Downs, I've still got some quests in the Old Forest, so we'll probably head over to the Old Forest and continue questing over there once I get my housing set up. The other question I have is that I want to take a look at Lindleby housing. Area within the Wells of Langflood, situated high in the mountains of Mist Hollow. Tucked away in a hidden valley beyond the bounds of the river hobbit village of Lindleby, this housing neighborhood offers a peaceful life of seclusion and serenity. Yeah. No, I think we'll stick with Fallowthorn. And we can dismount here, because it's right this way. You can tell that by this sign right here. Fallowthorn Homesteads, this way. So let me bounce up. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. If we continue, we can also make it to the Yonder Shire, but we're going to head to the Fallowthorn households, I do believe. Fallowthorn homesteads. Housing broker, there we go.
Sweet-eyed Malon, how may I be of service?
And the housing type that I really want is just a standard house. Let's see. Looks like most of the standard houses are pretty much all available. Look at that. I pretty much have my pick of the litter. So we're going to go ahead and go down here. We're going to go into... Oh, I want an interesting named neighborhood. Set into Rose. Well, actually, let's head into the Rose Galon and see what's available. Oh, while I'm here, I'll go and pick up VIP rewards, of course.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend? What can I do for you?
There we go. One Haven Way is available. Let's take a look inside. Let me go ahead and open up. Can't toggle that. I can't toggle that right now. It's just a simple little 2-room house. I think this is one of the deluxe houses. Yeah, this is more my speed, I think. Yeah, it gives me a little room to kind of spread out a little bit. And got a nice large entryway right here. Little small nook for private office. And then a bedroom upstairs. Yeah, I like it. 3 Haven Way. And this house is near the Taskmasters, because I'm right here. And it's not that far away from the far-reaching stable master and some of the neighborhood stuff. And the town crier. So it's not that far away from everything. And like I said, it's a nice deluxe house. Now, I don't know if they've enabled the for sale signs or not. Ooh. It's going to cost me 7 gold. I don't quite have enough. So maybe I'm going to have to wait on housing. Okay, well, enough of that. Looks like I've got to get more gold. Because the small house is just too small. One Haven Way, these houses are too small. I could afford them, but they're way too small. Alright. Well, while I am here, though, we will go ahead and do tasks real quick. I'm primarily working on Matham Society right now. There we go. Dirty Phil. Dirty Wings. Light carapaces. Matted fur and matted skin. There we go, because I can only turn in 5 at any one time right now because of my reputation. There we go. Alright, so that does that. That moves my Matham Society up. Alright, so since I can't afford housing right now, we'll go ahead and get back to the quest. So we're going to head over to the Old Forest, which means we are going to head back to the Prancing Pony and head over that way from there. wasn't expecting it to be 7 gold to get the house I wanted, so it's going to be a little while. No wonder most of the housing was listed as available. Ah, there's Bartleby, who's selling some of the bingo collectibles that you can pick up. I think I've got a few bingo badges. Yeah, I've got 30 of them, so. Oh wait, actually I think I can actually take a fast horse to Buckland from here. And that will speed up time a bit. I don't think I need. Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I can't travel to Buckland yet. Alright, so I guess I have to do it manually. We'll figure this all out. I always like going close to these ruins to see if there's any scholarly mats that I need. And there's one right there. God damn it. Stop. Stop, I tell you, stop. Whoa, camel. Alright, so let's go ahead and take care of these fine, upstanding gentlemen. I completed Brigand Slayer. That's nice. And there's the broken urn right there that I need for my crafting. And I picked up 5 extra LOTRO points. And here's Adso's camp, which is halfway between Buckland and Bree. Now I could go into the old forest over here. No, I'm sorry, over here. I could go in the overforest over here, but it's not close to where I need to go. So we're going to go ahead and head down to Buckland and go in through the Buckland gate, because that's where all my quests are, is in that part of the forest. And here we are. Actually, I do need to find a Tully Brock house while I'm over here in Buckland too, because I have a quest to turn in with him. Called Sharing the Load. Ah, I wonder if it's that quest. No, because that quest is over there. There we go. There he is. So the quest that he has is called Sharing the Load. True Ragwort asked me to seek a wagon from him to help transport all the goods that he and his fellows have collected since arriving in Buckland. Those were the 3 that were back by the Buckland Gate.
Just a moment.
Trimerick Ragwort needs a wagon? I suppose I could spare a wagon for a couple of mules to share for the load towards the camp. Trimerick is a good fellow and will surely return them when he is done. With all the trouble we are seeing in the old forest, it seems unlikely I will have need of all of my wagons for the foreseeable future. Tell Trimerick that I will send along a driver, 2 mules, and a wagon by sundown on the morrow. I should expect he can have it back to me within a week. And if you're looking to help out around here, there is plenty to do. And he does have a quest, by the way, called the Woodcutter's Tale.
Please, stay a moment.
These are strange days. Most hobbits stay away from the old forest, but my living depends on it, and I've never had any problems. Till now. The forest creatures have all gone strange. I swear, the tree roots themselves moved to trip me up, and now I've sprained my ankle. I still need to collect some mushrooms. Now, they grow in the west part of the forest between the Bonfire Glade and Bald Hill. Also, please bring in some lumber for my seasoning pile. The pile's to the east past the Bonfire Glade and a little bit to the south. And I need some sap from the old maple on Bald Hill, east of Bonfire Glade. I'll gladly split my fee with you. Here, take my bucket for the sap. Thank you kindly. Okay. And these 3 have some quests too. So let's see what we can do here.
Might I have a word with you?
Forest wolves. Wolves in the old forest have become something of a threat to foresters and woodsmen. But they've recently become more dangerous and aggressive. Now, we don't want them coming into Buckland, so it would be best to hunt them down into the old forest itself. There's a tunnel through the high hay, east of here. Okay. I mean, I was going to hunt wolves anyway because, well, that just gives me material for my tailoring. So that's definitely more up my alley. And Hodrick Bracegirdle.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Forest bats. The bats of the old forest have become a minor annoyance in the past, but I think they've been very aggressive and even dangerous. They become a plague in Buckland, so we need to reduce their numbers before that happens. Okay. I can help with that. And Brumbald has a quest.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Bears, of course. The bears of the old forest have been always dangerous, but in the past have been not very aggressive and could be avoided. Now they're roaming all over the place and may even come out of the forest to threaten Buckland if they are not stopped. Okay. So it looks like I have a bunch of quests in the old forest I need to do. Got to place jars for unnatural fury. I need to pick up mushrooms. Need to kill bears and bats and wolves and roots. It's gotten all spooky in the forest now. Boo. Grab some of these savory mushrooms. Mushrooms to me definitely go on pizza. I do not have a fear of the fungus among us. And there's the place jar, so that's one quest completed. Open up my map a little bit. You can see I've got a lot of quests all in that area. And so we'll just head this way. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm actually gaining experience now because some of those first two wolves that I thought were actually orange, and that's usually a good sign that I'm below level for the area. And I can definitely use some experience. There's the wood pile. Collected some seasoned lumber. Oh, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Found a whole bunch of gloom wings here, so we'll finish off the bats quest right here. And there we go. Just need one more savory mushroom to finish that quest off. And there's the last savory mushroom. And it looks like we want to head easterly. We'll leave the gloom wings alone. I've killed enough bats for one day. And of course there's a Spider Slayer deed for the Old Forest. Need to defeat 30 and 60. 30 for the basic and 60 for the advanced. Actually, we want to go back and then down a little bit. Go past these gloom wings. Or through the gloom wings. We're going to have to go through them. Alright, we'll take them out. I was hoping to avoid it, but I don't really have a choice. There's Dodoric. I actually need to find Dodoric Brandybuck, part of my Old Forest investigation quest. Maggot's farmhand sent you to Brandy Hall to look for Farmer Maggot's son Rollo. Saradoc Brandybuck has suggested his nephew Dodoric may have taken Rollo out to the Old Forest. Looks like he did.
Just a moment.
Uncle Saradoc is waiting for me? That bodes ill. I wish Rollo would hurry along. I gotta leave until he returns. We were chasing a brigand through here. We saw him sneaking about the gate and thought we'd do the bounder's job for them. I confess that I lost my nerve as we crested this hill, and I saw the full scope of the forest. Rollo's a different sort, though, always comfortable to wander through these winding trails. Now there's an abandoned cottage along the Withywindle southeast of here. He may mention heading that way, but that seems like hours ago. Perhaps you could find him there and tell him to hurry on back? And here's the maple tap that I need to pick up. There's the bucket of maple sap. Really don't. There we go. I want wolves and bears. Let's see if I can pick that one up. I think I'm going to go ahead real quick, do some crafting. Alright, well there's 5 right there. That's good. So we'll go ahead and use that scroll of battle lore I made. Because we're starting to get into a slightly dangerous area for my level. Ah, it's a forest hunter, that's what I need. Where's the bad tree? Ooh, there's a large forest hunter. Let's see if I can take him out. Yep. Oh, I'm outside of the track because there's only certain ones that I need. I was wondering why my thing wasn't going up. It's like, well, you have to be within a certain area. They want ones from the western Old Forest. Oh, and there's another one of those special flowers. There are 7 unique flowers scattered through the Old Forest, and there's actually a deed for them, and it's worth some bonus points. And there's the bad tree, so we'll go ahead and try to take him out. There we go. And there's also a deed for taking care of the warped oaks inside the Old Forest, too. I'm still just outside of that area, so it didn't count. Ah, I can't go through there. One of these snarling forest hunters will count. Yep, they do. Oh, and there's a bear. I need bears. I need a lot of bears. There we go. Now I'm a little more in the zone area that I need, as you can see. So we'll go this way. And those are the wolves. Old Muddyfoot's Hill. Ooh, here's a bunch of them. There we go. Let's see if I can see how well I can do here. And there's that. And that's like 6 quests all completed. So now what I need to do is search along the banks of the Withy Window in the Old Forest for Marigold Boffin. And the name of that quest is Marigold, of course. And there she is. So let's go ahead and head that way. Old Muddyfoot's Hill. There's Gilliam and Brandybuck. Hello.
What do you need?
I haven't seen a noble hobbit this deep in the woods in a good many years, though I did hear some noises from the tree line to the east. You may want to check in that direction. Ah, there's Rollo. See if I can get to him. There he is. Near the abandoned cottage. Looks like he took care of the bandit. That's good.
Oh, gracious me!
Hey, he tried to kill me. I got you like a fish and then your girl, he said. I'll make certain you'll never see your lovely again. I didn't mean for this to happen, but he threatened Celadine. I couldn't let him hurt her, could I? All I wanted to do was to get the notes I wrote from Celadine from him. You can't treat her like that. Good honest hobbits we are. Didn't want to hurt nobody. I'm going to stay here and give him an honest burial at least. Could you tell Dodrick that I'm all right? But please, don't tell him about any of this, will you? Could you take these two? Show them to Dodrick. He'll understand. This doesn't feel the way I thought it would. Yep. That I can understand. And if we go down the Withy Wimble, we will find Marigold. You have found Marigold Boffin, and Bingo's right by her side.
The old forest is very dangerous for an old hobbit.
What could have brought Cousin Bingo into the old forest? This is a long way from nickel delving and much more dangerous for an old hobbit.
This spooky forest makes me nervous.
We found Marigold. I've only recently become an adventurer of sorts, and I must say that my old habits and customs are difficult to shake, for the spooky forest makes me uncomfortable. But Marigold is just a young hobbit, and she's been coming in here and dealing with the dangers on a regular basis. Her gifts of mushrooms and treats must have brought the silence of her siblings, but Priska would never allow this behavior.
Cousin Bingo is an adventurer too? I am so happy to hear it.
Do you know that I never really believed I was a boffin? All my brothers and sisters are so dull, happy to stay at home, far from excitement as possible. Esmeralda might go dancing in the Toad Marsh. When I suggested we walk to the Midgewater Marshes on the other side of Bree and dance there, she refused. She threatened to tell our mother, so I did not push it. But isn't that just dull? Marigold brandishes her sword and shield. I made this sword from a branch and rescued this shield from a wolf's den where the wolves were gone. I didn't think any other boffin would do those things, but now it seems Cousin Bingo's an adventurer too. You do not know how happy I am to hear it. Anyway, you found me just in time. I met a curious creature in the woods, and he offered to show me his home. You can come along too if you like. I didn't catch his name, but he wore yellow boots and said his house was to the northeast of here. Sounds like they've met with good old Tom Bombadil. We'll follow along the Withy Wimble, probably going right past the old Willow, old man Willow. Take care of a few spooters while I'm out here too. Right there's old man Willow. Already starting to sap my power and make me drowsy. That's what he does. I don't think I can... Ah, there we go. I can go this way. Well, look at that. There's this nice house in the middle of the forest. Isn't that wonderful? It looks like Marigold and Bingo have made it.
Have you ever seen such a cozy little cottage?
It's the home of my new friend Tom and his wife Goldberry. They're most mysterious. I want to learn more about them if I can. Where did they come from? Why do they live in the old forest? I have so many questions, but whenever I ask them, they only smile and have no direct answers for me. Still, I am very pleased to have met them. What does Cousin Bingo think of my new friends, I wonder?
What a strange sight. A tidy little cottage in a dangerous wood.
Home to most a peculiar individual and his equally mysterious wife. I never thought such a place existed. If my journey ended tomorrow, I would still count it as an adventure full of wonders. I need rest from our journey through the forest. Perhaps I could speak later with Tom and Goldberry and write a description of them for my own journal.
I need a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow.
Define description. You know that I wanted to document our journey, writing down the experiences we have in the places we see. And that does include describing the people we meet. No account of my adventure to this point would be complete without a description of this curious Tom Bombadil fellow. That much is clear. But I have encountered an early problem in this attempt, for I simply do not know of any way to describe him in such a way that does the fellow justice. Can you speak to him and learn what you can of Tom, in order to educate me on the subject? What are his likes and dislikes? Where did he come, and what drives him from day to day? Good luck to you, my friend. Perhaps the words will flow when you report back with me what you learn. Okay.
Come, Derry Joel, can you hear me singing?
Oi, now, young one, questions are for asking, but the fun lies in the seeking. You should ask about old Tom, but that is a question with many answers. Why not ask the trees why they be a-swaying, or the light a-brightening? Tom likes walking in the woods of an evening and singing in the morning when the moon skips away, as all who would try it. Still you ask and ask. Too many questions for such a lovely day. Stand in the foam of a falling water nearby, and you will know what it is to be Tom Bombadillo. Tom's eyes are bright, and his voice is full of laughter. And this is a very nice house. You know, I was watching a Nerd of the Rings, and they were musing as to what would happen if Tom Bombadil got the One Ring. I thought it was a very interesting video. It wants me to stand in this foam. Okay. You stand in the cold water until you are waterlogged and sopping. Oh, that tells me so much. That tells me so very, very much.
Hey, come, Derry doll, can you hear me singing?
Tom seems delighted. Sopping wet you are, like Tom after a fresh rain in the spring. Dripping all about, but refreshed and happy? Learn from old Tom, for he has seen summers and winters and summers again, one for every droplet that cascades from the heights. Hey now, still with questions? Tom's way is to take the bad and make it good. Old Man Willow, that mean streak in his heart has grown wider for many a day now, and he could use some cheering. Go to Old Man Willow and dance and lighten his mood. Then you will know what it is to share Tom's interest in all creatures, both good and bad. So he wants me to dance in front of Old Man Willow. Well, before I go dance with Old Man Willow, I do have to take a quick break. So I will be back in just a moment, and then we're going to go a-dancing. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let me go ahead and get the AFK back off the screen now. We are going to go dance with Old Man Willow. Oh, Tom, you are a crazy old man, let me tell you. And there he is right there. You are filled with unease. Tom really wants you to dance here? You dance. And for a moment, you feel a sense of welcome. Then it is gone. Sounds like the old man isn't really in a good mood today. But that's okay. Hey now, here we go along. No time to be a standing about.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Hey do, merry do, dancing all the day. Questions are for answering, but that's enough for today. Tom's eyes are bright, but he clearly is done with the questions. Yep. But we'll talk to Bingo again.
Tom is a mystery. Asking him questions is met with laughter and nonsense.
This is not working. Perhaps if we were to read some of my accounts so far, we would better understand why we want to know about it. Maybe take my manuscript to him and see if that gets him to open up about himself, if you would. So he wants me to hand some of the pages of the manuscript to Tom.
Ding-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Tom takes the manuscript and runs his hands over the pages. What a wonder! These leaves, all covered with words written down with care. I can feel the letters beneath my fingers, ink dried and thoughts saved. But that is not Tom's way. But there is a joy in remembering. These pages are like a song, sung in the morning, but carry on the wind until afternoon, when it might be heard again. I delight in the feel of these pages and their tidy words. Let me sit with them a while, and you speak with the river daughter. Goldberry has returned from her spring for a time, and she is more fair and more lovely than when she left. Alright, so we'll go talk to Goldberry. And there she is.
I bid you welcome, wanderer in the wood.
Your face is full of questions, young one. Has Tom confused you with his riddles and his songs? You tell Goldberry you've been unable to learn much about her husband, despite his friendly and open nature. I believe he has given you what you sought, though you may not know it. Who is Tom Bombadil? He is, and no one else. He is a mischievous sort and loves to laugh. He will ask you to stand beneath a waterfall only to experience the feel of the water and the joy of dripping on the carpet. He is the master of water, wood, and hill, and cares for all who inhabit those places, even if their hearts are rotten and mean. He seeks to lighten their moods and ease their pains. But that is a long answer. He is Tom Bombadil, and there is no one else like him. You know what? That actually does sum up Tom Bombadil. He is definitely a very unique individual in the realm of Middle-earth.
Yes, that seems a fair assessment of our peculiar host. Thank you.
Thank you for obtaining it for me. I still cannot believe you actually stood underneath a waterfall and danced on the Nethervent tree on my behalf. You are a good friend, and I am glad you are coming with me on this journey.
Please speak to Tom and retrieve my manuscript before we go.
All right, I would say it is time to see Marigold safely back to Newberry and for our own journey to continue. I have enjoyed this brief stay at the house of Tom Bombadil, but there are many other places to see and people to meet. Would you mind speaking to Tom or retrieving my manuscript from him? I am most interested to hear what he thought of it, now that he's had plenty of time to read. Synonyms for spooky.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
You asked Tom what he thought of Bingo's manuscript, but the strange fellow is only puzzled. Your words are all a scramble, young one. Tom remembers a great many things: the sun in the morning, the breezes of the midday, the swelter of an afternoon, and the cool of an evening. But he does not know the pages of which you speak. There is no need for writing. If you spend all day writing, that is a day you have missed. But do not look so glum, my friend. I am sure this writing will turn up. I may have set it down outside. There are so many things to see, happy distractions all, and sometimes things get lost. But all is found in the end, hey? Tom has absent-mindedly set down the Bingo's manuscript somewhere. Oh no, Bingo's gonna go absolutely he's gonna go crazy on me, you watch.
Tom has misplaced my manuscript. Oh, bother!
I know there wasn't much yet of it, but I still keenly feel its loss. I will not be able to recreate exactly what I wrote the first time. Perhaps I should just abandon this adventure. And never, I am not a writer, and I am not an adventurer. You see, to console the unhappy hobbit, and soon Bingo was slightly less despondent. Perhaps you are right. Tom is most at home outdoors. Perhaps he set down the manuscript somewhere nearby. Can you look around the vicinity and see if you see any pages of my manuscript? I don't want to lose the record of his journey so near the start of it. Now, I do believe, yep, there's right there some of the wind-blown pages. Did the wind bring others of them north? Oh, there's another one. You should bring these pages back to Bingo.
The wind must have carried the rest of the pages into the Barrow Downs.
Thank you for finding part of my manuscript. Tom must have set it down outside and the wind took it, carrying pages north among the trees. We found some of them, but it seems to me that the rest of the pages must have been carried further north into the Barrow Downs. Oh my. That place has a frightful reputation. Did not plan to explore it, but now it seems I have no choice. We have to search the Barrow Downs for the remainder of the missing pages. It looks as if I am missing a section of my journal that concerns my swimming lesson and the section dealing with our departure from the Shire. After we have finished in the Barrow Downs, we should travel back to Newberry to bring Marigold home. I'll see you there.
If you are going to brave the Barrow Downs, so am I.
A hero never runs away from a challenge, no matter how scary. I have heard that some frightful creatures make their homes among the burial mounds of men in the Barrow Downs, and we will need to face some of them if we go there. Watch out for ravenous barghests and giant crawlers, for they will be watching out for you. So I guess we're heading into the Barrow Downs now. And where did these mobs all of a sudden appear? Because there weren't any the last time I was over here. Now entering the northern Barrow Downs. Oh, looks like there's a little camp here with some quests. Okay, well, let's settle in and see what quests we can accomplish. And I need to turn in some of these quests anyway, so let me go ahead and just remove them so I can make room for more. Because I've got Book 1, Chapter 10 is actually in the Barrow Downs themselves, so we'll go ahead and complete that quest while we're here also.
Would you do something for me?
Carriers of disease. While we pushed through the friends in the fog, we lost a few people. Some headed deeper into the midst of the Barrow Downs, and we hope they survived to reach a safe location in the south. Others were stricken with a terrible pox. One of these men was not as ill as the others, but being sick, he offered to take word back to Bree requesting help. I fear that the disease comes from the crawlers and rats infesting this land. If it is true, then we shall need to clear a path through the Barrow Downs so we have a safe path out. If you are willing, kill these creatures, but be wary. Their bites, and even their flesh, may cause some vile illness or disease. And Bob. So we'll see what Bob has to do.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I came here to find my missing daughter, Lalia. I am terribly worried about her. You see, she'd been going on about the Last Prince, one of Mr. Buttleborough's tales. It's one of his better ones, that's for sure, but I'd say the tale isn't quite the truth of it. Lalia has been going on for a long while, and I fear she came here to the Barrow Downs in search of this prince of hers. I came here in search of my daughter, and now I am lost myself. In the tale, the last prince's barrow is between the northern barrow and the dead spire by a large stone. If I could, I would start searching there. Okay. And he's got two quests, digging in the dirt and the dead spire.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Before my journey here to the Barrow Downs, I did some reading to learn about the area. I learned about the burrows of the three men of Catalan, Taradan, Oran, and Ringador, and I would surely like to have found some evidence to keep my journey of those places. Try digging at the entrances to these barrows. I believe they lie northeast here of the Barrow Downs. Here, take this pickaxe. The tip has been blunted, so your digging shouldn't cause any damage to any lore fragments you uncover. Okay. And the dead spire.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
I've lived a long time here in Breland, but by my long life I have never taken the time to learn the land's history. Now, near the end of my days, I found I wanted to know more of what came before. I joined this trip to the Barrow Downs with hopes of finding some of the keepsakes to take some rubbings. But it seems that the Barrow Downs have had a design of its own. I remember tromping over the hills as a lad and seeing that some of the barrows had fallen into ruin. I remember a lot of broken stones covered in rune letters littering the ground, especially near the dead spire. I wanted a few of those stones of my own. Are you interested in bringing me, say, 3 of the stone fragments from near the dead spire? Perhaps we both can learn a bit of history. Okay. Let me go ahead and browse the shop real quick.
What can I do for you?
I should clear up my inventory, except for the pickaxe and the quest just nicely. There we go. And I think this person has another quest or 2 for me. Reginald Sickleweed. Yep, 2 of them. Calming the Wake.
Stay a moment.
The constables warned us of reports of evil swelling and pouring out of the Barrow Downs. It appears we should have listened. Here we are now, holed up in this hollow with a foreboding forest at our west and unknown terrors at our east. Perhaps it is fortune that brings you here. Me and Red are in need of aid, and it seems that your arrival is providence. It seems that the passage of some shadow has stirred this land and surrounded it in evil. We've set ourselves here, but while here it would be good to help the folk of Bree. Please, if you would, hunt down the fiendish wights that dwell now within these barrows. And howls that shake the spirit.
Would you do something for me?
In all my years of heading into these haunted lands, I have never seen anything like this. You must trust me, my friend. I would never have taken folk into the Barrow Downs had I known what walked here now. We shielded them as best as we could, but the fright is still too much to ignore. And it is the howling of the Barghists. It will drive us mad if we cannot quell it. Could you help us? Kill these beasts, these terrors, so that we might have some rest to regain our strength for return to Bree? Okay. So looks like I have a bunch of quests to do in the Barrow Downs. And of course there's a deed. There's always a deed for that. Ah, I did find Lalia, so we'll go ahead and talk to her crits. And I just made level 18. I picked up low cut. Let me go ahead and move that to where I want it. And I have a new point to spend. Oh, I've got 3 actually. There we go. Let's go ahead and refresh by Find the Path. The out-of-combat run speed just really makes this game so much better. You have found Lalia.
Gracious me! Oh, I need your help.
I'm here to find the lost prince, like Mr. Butterball talks about in his stories. I was going to find him and be with him forever and be his princess. But he wasn't here to be found. That's just all these skeletons and bones and walking dead. It isn't nice to go misleading young hobbits like that. When you are ready to go, could you help me get back home to Bree? I couldn't leave before, but now with a strong warrior like you here, I'm sure you can get me home safely. Oh, and I lost my cloak. I must simply find it, or Dad will yell at me something terrible. All right, we will help her out. Now where did I leave that cloak of mine? Was it that way or the other? It is this way, I think. I hope we find your cloak. Yeah, this is the place I think where I picked you up, I thought. Or is that over there? That's over there. Uh-oh.
No!
Oh no. Looks like somebody's cleared the area for me at least, so that's a good thing. And now I've got the deed to go to certain places within the Barrow Downs. There we go. So she got her cloak. That's good. It's okay, little one. Ah. I'm coming. Okay, I will bring Lalia's cloak to Bob so that he knows you are safe. The body is cold to the touch, but the wounds appear fresh. The lack of blood surrounding the man's body is disturbing. In his hand, the man clutches a note. His position and a trail of disturbed earth makes it appear that he traveled through the gloom of the Barrow Downs to reach this point. The note is chewed and crumpled, and the only usable words are, "Between the old forest and the northern Barrow Downs, send help." And this is the Barrow of Ring door that I need to collect a lore fragment from. I think right over here is another one of the barrows that I need to get a sample from. There's the barrel of Oron. So there's the second barrow that I need. Ah, looks like here's another little quest hub. Ooh, 3 bounties. Barghest Eyes, Cattle on Relics, and White Skulls.
Stay a moment.
And the bounty requests for these is all the same. I'll collect 10 of each of these items, and I'll get some of the items that are used to make increase the chance of critical success, and then I'll get to choose a Journeyman Scroll. So we'll go ahead and grab all 3 of these.
Could I speak with you a moment? Stay a moment.
And I think I need to go ahead and, yeah, I've got a bunch of quests here. But we don't need to track those quests because they will get completed on their own as I start killing mobs.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Oh, what a fine, strong person you are. You remind me of my own poor sons. They've been gone for some time now, and I've heard nary a word from them. You see, I started with my son Malin. He was sure there were treasures out in the Barrow Downs for the taking and left seeking his fortune. After a few days passed and he didn't come back, I sent his brother Amlach out after him. But I've not heard from him either. Now I ventured here with these others after my sons. Amlach said he'd camp at the Dead Man's Perch on the eastern cliffs, but he was not there when we arrived. The others here think he's gone further south. Can you go looking for him? And here's 3 more quests. At the forest edge.
Would you do something for me?
At the edge of the old forest, south to the Barrow Downs, there are many bears suffering from a terrible plague. The only way I can save them from their agony is to destroy them and ensure they do not spread this plague into the remainder of the old forest. You will find the bears in the plague areas deep in the south where the walls of the old forest meet the Barrow Downs. Destroy the bears and then destroy the diseased crawlers infesting them. You may find some of these diseased crawlers outside of their hosts as well. From death comes life.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The corrupted trees must be purged out of the southern Barrow Downs, but they may yet return to the natural fold. To determine this, I will need their seeds. Collect the seeds and return them for me. If they can be saved, I will see that the seeds are brought to a place where they can grow into natural creatures once again. You'll find the corrupted trees deep within the southern Barrow Downs, where the walls of the old forest are too thick to pass beyond. And the last quest is Unfortunate Harvest.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Long have I lived within the bounds of Breland, and my family has long exchanged tales of the people that lived in these lands. We spoke of the relationship with the old forest and how it was at their hand that the forest began to slide into ruin. It is for these reasons that I find sorrow in these lands and not fear. Deep to the south, where the eaves of the wood are too strong to penetrate, you will find moving trees who have long been separated from their brethren. These once noble trees are ruined and rotten from within, and I must ask that you destroy them. It is for the good of all that we end them before they become something even more vile than they already are.
Ah, and here's some of the stones that are needed for one of the other quests I'm on. The lower stone fragments. And there's a broken urn that I can use for my scholarly work. Okay, so let's see where I need to go. Oh. Calming the Wake. Need to defeat more whites in the Barrow Downs. Oh, and there's Lalia. She's lost again. I'm not going to help her a second time. Ah, there's some more windblown pages. You have found the pages concerning Bingo's swimming lesson. There's something up this way. I think that's probably one of the other lore fragments that I need is this way. And those are the 3 lore fragments. Move some of these quests that I've completed. Well, actually, we need to add one back. Move this out of the way over here. Let's go ahead and see if I can find a Qurbane Master and continue on with the epic quest a little bit. farther. Ah, there's some more windblown pages right there. Huh?
I will see you back at my cousin Priska's house.
Alright, so we'll head further south, and then we'll go ahead and talk to the Crabane Master. There he is. Andraste, servant of Angmar. Fool, did you think my pets would not learn that the ring now travels east in the hands of the hobbit Barrow Baggins? You have failed utterly. Whoopsie. Alright, so that's pretty much most of the quests that I've got. So it looks like we can turn a bunch of them in, because I think the next quests that I have are all for the southern Barrow Downs. Yeah, they're all in the very, very southern. So let's go ahead now. We'll head up and around back up north, and we'll turn in a bunch of those quests. How's this? Yep. So we have a bunch of quests to turn in here. First we'll talk to Bob, let him know Lalia made it safely.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, well, that is a relief. It seems I know my daughter well. She'd actually gone after that last prince of hers. Well, maybe she's learned her lesson and won't be so foolish in the future. I know I will certainly never come here again. I do hope I can survive her tweens. Maybe then she'll get some hobbit sense. Maybe. Let's take a look at that cloak real quick here. Pretty plain. Do I need it though? I don't know if I do. It's 10 extra armor. Nah, no.
A lovely day, isn't it?
The failed delivery. This was that letter that I found on that corpse. You came here instead of speaking Barleyman and the Watchers? Oh, this is a fine mess. I'll not forgive Barleyman soon for the tale he spent for my Lalia. If you had arrived to assist us, then I am pleased to see you. Just concerned that you might be capable to lead us out of this terrible place. And Sal had the quest Carriers of Disease. You'll have our thanks. When we make ready to move out of this accursed place, we'll need as much of the area as clear as possible. These folk are not used to traveling as those of us who spend our lives on the road. We shall need every advantage we have available to prevent the loss of more lives. And she has a new quest.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Fled to the south. Our forces were split when we entered the Barrow Downs and were set upon by whites, boggis, and all other manner of fellow creature here. Some followed myself, while the others headed south. There's a place where the hill rises high and separates the southern Barrow Downs from the northern Barrow Downs. It is called Dead Man's Perch, and I pray that the name does not hold true. It overlooks southern Bree and is a flat area that we have oft camped at, if necessary. I pray you find the others there. Digging in the dirt.
What can I do for you?
I am relieved you have returned. I was worried I sent you to your death. Now, let me look at those lore fragments you brought back. These parchments are troubling, but they appear to be written by the men of Cardolan. They speak of the kingdom falling into ruin and those that remain falling victim to a great plague. But that is all. This doesn't answer, though, why such fell creatures came to the Barrow Downs. I fear these fragments have only yielded more questions and few answers. And the dead spire. That was where I dug up those stone fragments.
Hello there.
What? Fell creatures attacked you as you tried to gather these stones? I had not seen them. The guides kept us well shielded from whatever it was that was attacking them, but I am glad you fared so well, friend. Well, these ruins reveal nothing new. Each stone gives a bit of an account of the man who was buried there. There's nothing to reveal why these terrible creatures were taken up to those barrows, though. This is quite a mystery. And he has a new quest. The Treasures of Cardolan.
Could I speak with you a moment?
It seems this may not be the first time that such terror has plagued these lands. There is a parchment you recovered leading me to believe that two brothers fought to recover a great treasure of Cardolan and brought it here to the northern Barrow Downs. The lore fragment you brought me mention of a fortress named Osgorthad. The men of Cardolan took many of those who fell sick to the plague there. The ruins of the fortress still stand today in the south. It is from here that a terror rose and cursed the brothers for their theft. If you are willing, you may seek the treasure or the history of that treasure at the northern Barrow, not far from here to the east. Perhaps we can learn more about these men and how to stave this evil from spreading beyond the bounds of the Barrow Downs.
What can I do for you? How can I be of service?
Okay. And we'll turn in the quest I have to Reginald. The two of them. Calming the Wake.
Greetings.
Well done. You have helped us greatly, friend. Perhaps you could do a little more for us?
What can I do for you?
And howls that shake the spirit. Those are killing the Barkists. Yes, I heard their howls turn into barks, then whimpers. You have done well. We will enjoy the respite your actions have earned us. And he gave me a bracelet of... Well, I think it's actually going to be more than a victory at Wraith Tarag. Let's see here. $4.99? $5.12. So yes. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that bracelet.
What can I do for you?
All right. So we'll head to the northern barrows real quick and see if I can get the treasure of Cardolan. You've collected an ancient journal. So I'll go ahead and turn in that journal to Tobald Leafcutter right over here.
How can I be of service?
Ah, you found something. Many of the pages are busy. Perhaps I can glean something from those that remain. Ah, this is almost too terrible to read. The author, a man of Cardolan, tells how those few of Cardolan who remained died in a great plague, borne along by dark clouds from the east. Soon after, fell spirits crept down from the north. The man writes of tormenting dreams that followed, dreams of a place called Angmar. Soon after, the dead walked the land once more. In the last entry, the man writes that he fears that he too will succumb to the plague, but his body will never know rest. How I wish I had remained ignorant of these cursed lands, yet I know I must find more. If you ever find more pages of this journal, bring them to me. Perhaps in this knowledge, a defense against these fell spirits could be learned. Dagger charm? Yes.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Collecting history. Greetings again. I've been studying the materials you brought me from the Barrow Downs, and I've learned much more since we last spoke. Risk one last favor. Oh, he wants me to go inside the Great Barrow. That is a quest I will decline because that is a full fellowship quest, and I cannot go into there alone. Trust me, I've tried, and it ain't pretty. But ladies and gentlemen, I do believe on that point I am going to go ahead and call it a day. So I would like to thank everybody very much for joining me. I think we had a great stream today. We accomplished a lot. We did a whole bunch of questing. I'm working toward getting a house now. I'm going to need to save up my coin, though. It's going to be a little while. But, and we did some questing in the Barrow Downs. So, again, I would like to thank all of you for joining me. I had a wonderful stream. I hope you did, too. As a quick reminder, I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, and I primarily do Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. My next stream will be this Sunday, and it will be Star Wars. I'm continuing the Sith Warrior campaign, so I hope you join me. But until then, I hope you remain very well, very safe, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you very soon.